Hey Freyda, it's me, Chris. I want to say it was nice seeing you again, and I want to say that you did make some progress last time, and I wanted to put together this video again, just another video for you to see what's going on and how to practice this stuff the right way. And one thing before we kind of get moving, just make sure your your wrist is okay before you start practicing. Don't stress it out. Give it, if you have to give it a week or two break. You know, the worst thing you can do is just keep repeating something and hurting yourself more, and then you won't be able to play for a while. So just make sure that wrist is okay, and then also make sure that that grip is good. Make sure that that left hand's more in the fingers and more on top rather than the palm. But wanted to show you that your setup looks great here, and the main focus of this video is really going to be on your body motion and the levels. So I wanted to show you a little bit of what we talked about during the lesson, and really not get into too much detail, but just kind of really make a specific note of what the drill we did here on the right is. So first things first is here you are on the left, and this is going to be your swing, and and what we talked about was changing levels and coming out of your posture. So in your backswing here, you'll see you did a great job of making sure you're turning and your shoulders are going down, so that you've done a terrific job. Now the thing is, we want to make sure we stay in that posture, and our goal is really not to go down with the heads too much, just kind of stay very level. But that's much better than it was before. And now our goal is to try to stay in these angles as we go, and this is where we're going to see we had a little bit of a problem. You can see how you actually changed a little bit and moved backward.
Finish picking your nose and then keep going.
Give it to Brenda.
Here's another one.
Say thank you.
So how many?
So you see, start here, then you go down a little bit, then go back up a little bit. So you can see that was, again, you're hitting a little bit on the top of the ball. A lot of it's probably trying not to hit the ground because of your wrist. But what I want you to really focus on, and I know that when you get this motion better, your contact's going to be more consistent. Now, this is the actual motion I want you to do here. And this is just you standing with your head against the wall and feeling that your shoulders turn back, and then they turn, and you can see you come right off the wall turning through. Turn back, turn through. And as you're doing this, just make sure, and you can see in the video here too, just make sure you're maintaining the flex. So you can see when you start, you have a nice flex in your right leg. And then when you get to the top of the swing, it gets very straight, stiff. So as you're doing this drill here on the right, make sure you're maintaining the flex in your right leg. And then let the head come off. So that's very good. And the goal here for this drill is to make sure that your noggin here is not moving up or down or back, just staying right against there, turning back and turning through. And when you do this, a great way to do this is you actually practice this with a club and a ball outside. What you do is you'd actually do, step one would be to do actually a feeling, put the club on your shoulders just like you have here, where your hands are, put a club right across your shoulders. Make this practice motion. Make this practice motion outside. Boom, boom. Then take the club and put it in your hands like you're going to hit it. Then try to emulate that same motion, just making a practice swing, and then hit a ball. So it's like a three-step thing. For every ball, you're going to make three motions. So you have your practice one without a ball and without a club. Then you have your practice with a club and no ball or tee, and then you actually do one with a ball on the tee. And once you get a little more comfortable with that motion, what I want you to start doing is, we call this exercise, I'm going to show you from the other view here. I want you to do this, but I also want you to place a little towel, like a little dish towel or something right back here. behind the ball. So it's going to look like this. So that it's going to force you to swing and hit and miss the towel. So you actually have to hit the ground in the right spot to get underneath the ball. If you're hitting the ground way back here, you're going to hit the towel. And what you'll do is you'll place the ball. This distance between the towel and the ball is about 6 to 8 inches. And you can practice doing some small swings. But that's a great way to do this. So you can, after you get comfortable with this motion, after you hit off the tee for a few times, then you can start doing this little motion with the towel back there. And I'll attach a drill for you to do that as well. So remember, 3 parts to each ball. So one with a club on your shoulders, making this motion here on the right. So this would be step 1. Just put a 1 here. Then step 2 would be actually making a practice swing with a club, trying to emulate this motion here on the right. And then step 3 would be to tee up a low ball and just make this motion and hit a ball. And I want you to practice that. And like I said, if your wrist starts to bother you, just stop. Don't push it too much. You don't want to injure yourself permanently, and then you won't be able to play this great game that we love. So thanks again for coming out. It was a pleasure. And again, I apologize for the delay in the video. I'm hoping we get to meet up this week. If not, we'll do it next week. I know this is a holiday weekend. It gets a little busy around here, and your schedule's probably a little crazy. So we'll try to meet up maybe next week if that's possible, and see how it's going. Thanks again, and have a great day.